Okay, we're gonna start this one off with some gratitude, okay? I am grateful for not only every time I tripped, but every time I got back up. Couldn't do it alone. And I won't stay on the ground for too long. But I'm grateful for even having the opportunity to cry. I'm grateful for the head on my shoulders. I'm grateful for the rooms that my name is in that I don't even know. I'm grateful for the blessings that are coming to me. But also, simply, I'm just grateful. And we're going to end it there. For today, I decided I was going to answer some questions while I get ready. First question is, what would you tell your younger self? Like baby you who had doors closed on her. This is a good question. I mean, it's so cliche, but just like, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Bounce. The only way you fail is if you give up. These are all cliches, but they're absolutely true. But that's the thing. I love doing what I do. So even if I'm not booking, or even if it's like my worst year ever, I still enjoy like the failure of it all. Because that's still work. You know what I mean? I started working when I was 5 years old, but I didn't know I was working because I was just like, I was 5. You know what I mean? But then when my first official job was The Color Purple. Like it. There was this producer, I think he was an executive producer, named Gary. I'm talking about the play, not the movie. I'm talking about before the movie. I'm talking about, this was the fetus of the, this was the contraception of the fetus of the movie. Well, this story has always been around. I was 7 years old. My granddaddy Joe, along with the rest of the family, my mom and my grandma, we had drove from Detroit to New York in a little hoopty. It was a long shot, but everything in my life has been a long shot. Clock it. I'm in New York for the very first time. And my first ever job was in the Oprah Winfrey's production of The Color Purple. We started off in Chicago and then we started touring. That was my first ever official job. That's when I started paying rent. You know what I mean? I turned 8 on tour. I met Barack Obama before he was president. I told Oprah, I said, you know you're my godmother, right? My mother been telling me that for years. So when I finally got to meet Oprah, I said, you're my godmother. In her head, I bet she was like, who is this kid? I know I just saw her perform, but whose baby is this? But she was so kind. What is the place that you wanted to go when you feel disappointed? Are you going alone or with? Oh, wow, this is an interesting question. What? I'm going alone because I've been alone for the majority of my life. Even when there are people surrounding you. I mean, you come into this world alone and you die alone. You know, that's just, it is what it is. Ain't no need to get sad about it. It's just that's life. Frank Sinatra. But where is that place? My childhood home. Unfortunately, she burned. She was lit on fire. This house is on fire! As you learn to produce more, what have you learned about yourself musically? I'm a very simple producer. I know when to stop. One of my friends. Like, really, what is going on? One of my dogs got constipation and the other one got diarrhea. This is my OG old lady. You still baby. Blink once if you're okay. You winked. Hey, you okay? You know you good, girl. This is baby Snow. Where you going? Where you going? Big stretch. Big stretch. Good job. Ooh, your breath stank. Good job, baby. Damn, you need a mint, though. It's treacherous up in your mouth. Oh. Your breath stink too. Oh my god. So now that the finishing touches are done and we're as cute as we can be right now, this is the back book to the Grippy Sock Hotel after all. So something that I'm learning this year is how to meditate. What even is a meditate? Med on them. Sure. Tate? Where is he? Catch it if you can. I'm only gonna answer what y'all wanna know, okay? But my first time at the Grippy Sock Hotel, I was turning 18 or 19. There's a lyric of mine that says, all the glitter was in my eyes, all the heartbreak was in my body, and everything came down to size. That's about my first time going to the Grippy Sock. A little backstory. I was raised, my fight or flight is fight or fight, okay? I was raised on them Taken movies. No phone, a bubble jacket on, waking up next to the exorcist. I was sedated so much that my mother thought I was a clone. Oh, child, Lord Jesus. My black psychiatrist pulled up in a Rolls Royce and didn't check none of his patients. Oh. First of all, why is it dark in here and she is literally sitting crisscross applesauce mumbling to the ether? I just got here. It's only my third day out here. Oh my god. Here's the thing that they don't do in the Grippy Sock Hotel. They don't sit you down and say, hey, if you run, you didn't try that 4 or 5 times. Okay, listen, it's not gonna work. What juice do you want? How can I help you? A lot of people, luckily not me, for a lot of people, their first time keeps happening over and over and over. They don't remember when their brain shifts. Humanity is free. I understand that everybody got a job, but in the healthcare system, especially mental care, just maybe try to just lock in. Pretend to care at least, you know what I mean? If you want more details, ask me the questions. But that's the brief. That's the brief. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.